Don't let go.
If ever there was a moment exemplifying that guy in the wheelchair, it's this. Chris Norton, determined to make his daughter laugh by towing her with his chair through the neighborhood. Instead of dreading quarantine, Chris is embracing it with his still growing family.
And how many girls and how many boys?
Okay, so we have 5 girls and 2 boys.
Remember, doctors gave Chris a 3% chance to move. Now, 3 years after the Iowa native defied those odds and walked his bride down the aisle, they have 7 adopted and fostered kids.
It's controlled chaos is what it is.
A pandemic's not ideal for a guy who built his brand on delivering motivational messages to big crowds. But that attitude is what's gotten him through.
This is no better time to then talk about the uncertainty and the unknown and taking just one small step at a time to get through it.
So this week,
just in a matter of seconds, I went from independent to dependent.
the former athlete from Iowa is unveiling his full story in a feature film.
I just started to cry, and that's when they put me to sleep.
7 Yards, the Chris Norton story, recreates the kickoff that changed his life. And Chris is the one in the helmet.
The last time I was in football gear was when I was injured.
He admits filming in the air ambulance and in the surgery room brought everything back.
Was this surreal, eerie feeling, like a Twilight Zone kind of moment of just, wow, like I was here once before.
From his parents' first fears
That he hadn't moved at all. I mean, there was absolutely no movement, which is just really unusual when somebody's hurt.
to his trainer's awe,
Chris possesses a fortitude that most men and women who walk this earth can only dream of.
the movie opening on Amazon Prime and Apple TV spotlights his entire journey. From his graduation walk 300 million people have watched, to the 7 yards he walked with his bride down the aisle, and all the people who made his story possible.
How being a friend, just showing up and doing whatever you can to encourage a friend of yours, how meaningful that is and how much that's transformed my life.
Because the isolation of a pandemic in the confines of a chair would have broken a lot of people, but not the guy using his gifts to create joy.
People need encouragement. They need something to hold on to give them hope that it's worth it to keep going.
Eric Hansen, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.